is the evidence Jesus rose from the dead? Can we have any confidence in an event 2,000 years ago? Well, let me lay out some quick facts that we know and why the resurrection of Jesus best accounts for these. Number one, we know that Jesus died on the cross. There's essentially no scholarly debate about this. How can I make such a claim? Well, number one, it's all over the New Testament in a number of different writers. Number two, we have extra biblical Christian writers in the end of the first century, early second century, people like Ignatius and Clement of Rome. And then we have non-Christian writers, Romans like Tacitus, early second century, Jews like Josephus at the end of the first century. And not to mention, the Christians wouldn't make up that their Messiah was crucified because it meant on its surface that that person was shamed, in a sense, by God. So we know Jesus died on the cross. Well, how do we know the tomb was empty? Well, a few reasons. Number one, have you ever noticed the tomb was discovered by women? Now, in that culture, a woman's testimony in most circumstances was considered worthless. A woman was not educated in the sense like a man was. So why would the apostles invent that women discovered the empty tomb unless it were really true? But second, if you read in the Gospels, you know what it says? The religious leaders, when they're trying to discount the resurrection, one thing they say is the disciples came and stole the body. Now, I don't believe the disciples stole the body, but why would the religious leaders make that up? Because the body was gone and the tomb was empty. So Jesus died, the tomb is empty, and third, we have appearances of Jesus. We have Jesus appearing to Paul, who was persecuting Christians. We have Jesus appearing to the 500 that's recorded in 1 Corinthians 15. He appears to women. He appears to James, his brother, who did not believe during his lifetime, and he appears to the 12. And then finally, the apostles, who were the first eyewitnesses of this and record it, were all willing to suffer and willing to die for this conviction. Now, that alone doesn't show that it's true, but it shows they really believed it. Friends, Jesus lived. He died on the cross. The tomb is empty. We have radical accounts of Jesus appearing to people. And then our first witnesses were willing to suffer and die and refused to give up that belief, even though they were threatened with their very own lives, which we see in the beginning of Acts. For those reasons and many more, we have a good case to be made that Jesus really rose from the grave.